Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at leveling zones in Path of Exile. These zones are great to power level in and to get extra levels so that difficulty is a little bit less. We're going to start off with the ledge, which is a level 7 zone. I typically come here around level 4 and then level till level 9 or 10, so that way Brutus is just a little bit more simple. I'm sure everyone's done the ledge. Just a lot of skeletons, you just AoE them down and collect your loot. Then Brutus becomes much more easy. The next zone is the ledge, or I'm sorry, the Cavern of Wrath, and then you take it backwards to the coves. The coves is very simple because it has slow-moving mobs. It's a level 13 zone. I typically come here around level 12 or sometimes a little higher and get up to like 14, 15, so that way Mervale becomes much more manageable. And I cleared out a lot of the mobs here. There's a lot of slow-moving mobs. You got to watch out for the tar, but other than that, it's fairly simple. Just log in, save time. The next zone we're going to look at is in Act 2. It's the Western Forest. Western Forest is a great place to level early on. When you hit around level 16 or maybe 17, you want to come here and level for a while, just so that progression through Act 2 becomes much easier. I usually come around level 17 and I level here to like level 22, 23. The mobs are very easy except for the exploding mobs, which you got to watch out for, but you can usually just run past them to avoid the damage. And then they give you free XP anyways. And you just follow the road from start to finish, AoEing the mobs as you go. And this place gives great XP. Another place in Act 2, if you don't like this, is Fell Shrine. Fell Shrine is slower, but it's a little bit safer. The mobs are a little bit slower, and you don't have to worry about the exploding mobs nearly as much. And with any of these zones, you're going to run them start to finish, and then just make a new zone by control clicking when you zone back. Now we're going to look at another zone in Act 3 that's a little bit further on. After you've done the Ancient Seal and progressed a little, before Val, there's the Waterfall Cave. And this place can be pretty good to level in. Let me make a new one real quick and just show you how to do it with a waypoint. This has sea witches and bears in it. Both are very, very easy to kill. So you just click and then you control click on the zone you want to go to, and then you hit new, and then it'll pop up a new instance. And this one you run start to finish. You just run backwards to Waterfall Cave Act 1. And it's pretty short run, but it's got level 25 mobs, and they're all fairly easy. Low risk of dying. You want to do this when you're like level 24 until like 26, so that way Val just is very, very simple. You can even go 27, 28 if you want to really be comfortable. Alright, now we're going to go on into Act 3. The first zone we're going to look at in Act 3 is the Marketplace. Marketplace has fairly simple mobs. There's a few that can give you a little trouble. But one of the reasons we do the Marketplace is just to get to the zone called the Warehouse, which has a lot of skeletons, and skeletons are very easy to kill. So we're going to run to the Warehouse. Alright, here's the entrance for the warehouse. And I'll just go ahead and run this zone for a little while, explaining why I chose this zone over other zones. I play an Ice Nova Templar to level up with, so I'm looking for characters that are melee range, that don't do a lot of damage. And this zone just had the simplest mobs. These little scorpion snake things that shoot projectiles, they're the only thing tricky in this zone, really. There's also some flicker strikers, but you don't have to fight those mobs unless you go into the houses. And again, you can just run this mob start to finish. The next zone you'll zone down into is the slums. But you just group things up, skeletons, whatever, and just AoE them down very easily. It's a safe zone if you're like level 28, and you can do it until, really, I did it till I was level 34, just because I wanted to over level Act 3. There was a lot I was unfamiliar with. And skeletons are always easy, so that's why I chose this zone. And it's a level 29 zone, so it still gives good XP for a long time. Alright, so you get the idea. The last zone we're going to look at is also in Act 3. After you've done a little more progression, you're going to reach a zone called the Barracks. And this zone is level 32, and this is a great zone to level up in before you go fight the final boss in Act 3. There's these shield guys, which can stun you, but they're also melee range, so they're very easy to kite. This is a blue pack, so it's a little tougher. You gotta watch out for the blue packs in any of the zones. There's also lightning casters in this zone, and those are the only things you really have to watch out for. You're gonna want max lightning and fire resist in this zone. And the best way to run it is just from start up until the temple, and then you can just remake. See, these mobs are very simple if you have a nice AoE. Here are the lightning mobs. If you have good lightning resist, they don't do that much damage. They're easily killed. And again, I chose this zone because it's the safest of any of the higher level zones. There's one boss in this zone that you have to watch out for that's very difficult. I'll try to find him here in a second if I don't die. You just got to be careful about grouping up too much. And if you get into trouble, just Alt F4 or log the screen or just use a portal. I don't have a portal right now, so I'm going to Alt F4 out of the game. So that was just a look at a few of the leveling zones that I like to use when power leveling to out-level the progression in the game. The barracks is a little dangerous. I didn't die there, so just in case anyone was wondering. But enjoy the video and hope it helps you.